Thank you to our sponsors for today's video, StarCharge and Amber. StarCharge is the largest EV charging manufacturer in the world and is also a provider of residential and commercial battery storage and microgrid solutions. This video is also brought to you by Amber. Amber offers a modern extended warranty for your Tesla's battery and more without the burden of long-term contracts or upfront payments. Check out the link in the description below to browse their plan options and get started with a free over-the-air diagnostic check. Tijmen! So, everyone hopefully knows Tijmen. Welcome to another Out of Spec Reviews video.
Hello.
You've been around since day one.
Yes, I have.
Since pre-Out of Spec days.
Yeah.
You called me the other day saying you wanted to buy a John Cooper Works GP Mini Cooper.
Or a Golf R, yes.
Which, two of my favorite cars. I was like, okay, well, great. I owned a GP. They're great. Almost bought that Golf R. But then I said, okay, you have a dog.
Yeah, that's true.
You need dog mode. Too. Yeah, new dog, new life. I mean, you started a business. You got stuff going on. You need a daily driver that's not going to beat you up.
Yeah, I mean, I think a Golf R would be fine. But for what I'm getting, the value is way better.
Yeah, so then we said, let's look at Tesla.
Yeah, which I've always been against from day one.
You've not been an EV lover, but you've done all the, I mean, we've done cannonballs in cars. You know EVs better than anyone. And we settled on maybe a used Model 3 Performance. Yep. And about an hour ago, I think we found the one.
Yeah, hopefully it's still there.
Yeah, the problem is it's 7 hours away.
Yeah, so we should probably get going.
Let's get in the car. Guys, a huge thank you to Chesapeake Climate Action Network Action Fund for sponsoring this Out of Spec video. This is the end. I've been telling you all about the giveaway all summer, and well, ticket sales are ending. This is the final opportunity to secure your spot and enter for your chance to win one of two cool prizes. They are giving away a brand new Tesla, including a Cybertruck, or a Rivian R1T. Also, for the first time in a CCAN raffle, they are giving away a second place prize, a Hyundai Ioniq 5. I think that's why this raffle has been so hugely popular this summer, because of the second place prize. All you have to do is head to evraffle.org and secure your tickets. $200 out of 7,000 available spaces. Again, the raffle is ending on the 22nd of August. So get in, head to evraffle.org to secure your ticket. And a huge thanks to Chesapeake Climate Action Network Action Fund for sponsoring this Out of Spec video. Well, viewers, we're pulling out of the new neighborhood now, and we are stuck behind a train, which is the exact same intersection that Ryan and Lacey got stuck in the most recent race to Vegas.
Did they lose?
They came first place.
Oh, so
both
doesn't
times.
really matter.
Doesn't matter. Because everyone would have blamed.
The heat is on. I was wondering, why is it so warm?
Whoops. And I've got some German music going. I don't think I put that on here, but oh, you know what happened? I left my Spotify on the Volvo EX30 in Germany, and they've been messing up all my music, and I don't know how to delete that car.
Oh, I don't know.
So, okay, Tijmen is, I don't want to say at this moment we are for sure getting this car.
Right, it really just depends on when we get there.
Yeah, so here's the situation. I guess let's break this down. We were talking, and we're like, okay, if you buy a used EV, under 25 grand, as long as you buy it from a dealer that's enrolled in the program, you can get a $4,000 credit. That is a huge amount of money.
Yes.
And you have to qualify, you have to make under a certain amount, and the dealer has to be registered. And so many dealers are making this the sketchiest thing ever. Right,
where they're listing the car for $24,999 and they're actually selling it for $28,000.
Yes. So they're saying $24,999, but they keep the credit.
Right.
So it includes the credit. And it's just, so it is a good intention with very poor execution.
Right. I mean, in theory, it's not terrible, but it's not how it should be done.
Right. So there's a lot of people that are buying used EVs that may not have even heard about the credit or don't know.
Right.
The dealer's taking it on their behalf. And guess what? If they end up not qualifying in the future, the dealers, they're free. They can't get penalized. People will probably end up buying EVs right now and getting a bill in the mail for $4,000 from the government because they didn't qualify for a used EV thing. It's pretty sketchy, and dealers are dealers. So we've been looking for a Model 3 Performance of the earlier generation, so 2018, 2019, the 2021, somewhere in that period, they put a bigger battery in the car, Tijmen, but those are all over 25 grand.
Right, and I don't really care for the bigger battery. The most I really do in a day is 60 miles anyways.
So you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And so we found we've been looking the last few days. You were up here yesterday. We were browsing the forums, and this morning a car popped up that was under 40,000 miles, white on white, 2018, for $25,999.
Right, just needs a little bit of cleaning.
Yeah, it would look really dirty in the photos, but cool. It was like straight from auction too. So it's at a Ford dealer in Utah, which is like all the way over there. Basically Salt Lake City, and we live just north of Denver. So we found the car. I called up the dealer today and I was like, guys, can you take $1,000 off, and can you do the point of sale credit? So Tijmen doesn't have to deal with going with the government and doing all this stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with that stuff. I'm just going to ignore that $4,000 bill I get sent though.
But you do qualify for it,
yes.
So it's all good. And basically we were like, can you do all that? And they're like, yep, we'll take $1,000 off the car. We'll sell it to you for $24,999, which is a really good value considering the mileage. This train stopped, and that's the last car.
That's lovely.
We
got places to be, brother.
Yeah, I've already regretting my decision to move here. But thankfully I never have to come out this way, only because we're going north to Wyoming. And they're backing up. Time, and this is going to take forever. I say we go around. U-turn. This is a switching yard, so they could sit here for 30 minutes.
Awesome.
There's ways around all of this. So let's get out of here. So we found the car. We found it for the right price.
Right.
We called up the dealer. They seem pretty cool. There was a couple little things I didn't like from them. They're making us, I was just like, look, we're all in, but don't hit us with these stupid fees and all this stuff.
Right, like taxes and like a normal dealer fee is completely fine. Everyone pays it, but then they're adding other stuff to it, and it's kind of...
Yeah, it's not great. They're putting on like a car washing fee of $300.
Yeah, that's 5-year appearance thing or something.
That's another $400.
Yeah, I got cold.
Yeah, we have basically they're just throwing in $7,000 or $700 worth of fees, which we're like, we don't want. They're like, we will not sell you this car unless you take the fees. However, I did some more research, Tijmen. Even though they're forcing us to make the fees, we can blast them on YouTube in this video for just being complete idiots over this fee thing. But it's still cheaper than any other car advertised.
Right.
So it's still like, okay,
it's still a good deal.
It's still a good deal, which that sucks.
Yeah.
But I was pushing them hard this morning.
Well, we'll see when we get there. We start filming right away.
Yeah, be like, this dealer sucks. Be like, if you want us to take out that clip,
it's
remove
easy.
the fees.
Yeah. So
anyway,
like, oh, we sold it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So we're on our way. We have like a 6-7 hour, 8 hour drive.
Yep.
They're gonna stay open late for us to get there.
Good.
And
because I got a puppy to take care of tomorrow.
Right, and we're gonna go. So the route planning, we're leaving the Model S from Fort Collins. We're at 96% state of charge. Thankfully, I had this thing pretty high charged anyway, Tijmen, and then I just plugged it in to 100 when I knew you were coming up this way. It wants us to stop in Rawlins and then Rock Springs, and we might alter this plan a little bit, but the Model S Plaid is a great long distance car.
Yeah, thank God.
This thing, big range, big power.
Yeah, you'll be home 2 hours before I will.
Actually, that could be a fun race on the way back. Yeah, so, all right. I also said, Tijmen, why don't you just take my Model 3 Performance? Why don't you just buy that?
It's clapped.
Yeah, it's a little rattly.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Who knows? This one's got, mine has like 150,000 miles on it. This one's got 38.
Yeah, so it's a lot different.
Totally different. All right, let's, enough talking. Let's hit the road. Road trip to Salt Lake City. Woohoo! Last minute. Didn't know we were doing this morning.
Thank God I don't have work.
All right, we are pulling into Rawlins, Wyoming, and we are boogieing time, and we have
2 minutes to charge here.
Yeah, we really, the problem is there's only version 2 superchargers on this stretch, and we got to go. We're definitely not going to share with any of these people. So how is this laid out? 1A, 1B, great.
Block both of them.
Yep, block them both. But we'll take this one. So hopefully that makes that spot look less attractive. We're going to get in and we're going to charge up just enough to make the next charging station. So let's do it. Juicing. And out here, you do need to do some deep charges because it's pretty far apart. And I forgot my CCS adapter, so we're stuck to slow superchargers instead of fast. Not even a good EV road trip. Well, this was very last minute. I mean, I was just lucky that I charged the Model S because I was testing out the wall connectors at my house. Are we charging?
Sounds like it.
We're starting to. There we go. 2 kilowatts. Oh, that'll get us there.
Yeah, at some point.
11. Whoa. Come on, baby. Climate control off. Save every last drop of juice. We are rushing before the dealer closes. We told them we'd get there at about 8:20.
Well, we better get a helicopter then.
Yeah, we need a helicopter. We got to shave an hour. That's not going to happen.
Oh, we better be open.
Yeah, but we can definitely get there hopefully before 9. So we're doing 145 kilowatts. So how was our first leg though, from an efficiency standpoint? All right, well, yeah, all right, you take care of that. 166 miles is all we got, and we arrived here at 25% and 370 watt-hour per mile. I mean, if there was another supercharger we could have made it to, we absolutely would, but we needed another 22% to make it to Rock Springs, and that's the next charger. So, yeah, if I look here, Rock Springs and then Evanston, all version 2s. That's what we're stuck on. Anyway, we'll juice up here as quick as we can, and then we're off. Quick food stop, and I'm just looking out the window over here, Tijmen. Someone plugged in next to us, so we're now only getting 72 kilowatts.
It's like me on the last race we did.
Yeah, it's like you with the Cybertruck. Oh boy. So at least we got 150 kilowatts for a while, and it's almost a full station. So there's no other opportunity to get higher power at the moment.
Woohoo.
Yeah, Teslas are great.
Yeah.
You should really get one.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna unplug. Took forever at Burger King, so Kyle's still at Burger King. Let's see how many kilowatt hours. Charging. Last. What the heck? Well, we're up to 71%, so put my seatbelt on and let's go. It's gonna take a long time.
That was literally the world's slowest Burger King experience of our lives, and even with us splitting power, the car got up to like 70%. So Tijmen ran to go get it. I've got the Burger King, very healthy here. We were definitely on some Wyoming time. I don't know what the heck was going on in there, but we're like, listen, lady, we gotta go. So here comes Tijmen. We're gonna load up, we're hitting the road. All right, we are now on the move. Was that not the most infuriating thing of your life?
Yes. I think our food was ready and then gave it to the wrong person, so they had to remake it, hopefully remake it.
And then there were like kids running around in the kitchen, touching everything. I don't know what was going on, but that was just insane. Anyway, we've charged up. We're at 70% right now. We're gonna get to Rock Springs at 18%, so you can hammer down.
Okay.
And we are off to Rock Springs, Wyoming, and 112 miles. Let's boogie. Another beautiful roadway in front of us. We're just coming up with our charging plan on what we want to do. Almost to Rock Springs, and then it wants this to be our last charging stop. We'll see. We may charge up just until we dip in under 150 kilowatts, and then blast to Evanston, which is another 150 station. We are exiting in Rock Springs. There's a great hibachi restaurant here, which might...
Bad, we don't have time.
Well, it might actually be faster than the Burger King. The pro tip for anyone road tripping a Tesla here through Rock Springs is pre-order the hibachi to go. Plug in first, then go get your hibachi, and then you're ready to rock and roll. I've done it so many times through here. It is the life hack. Okay, time to plug in. Hopefully this Model S, yeah, they're backing in. I was worried they were going to take that one. That way we'd have to, we'd be stuck at 75 kilowatts. The old version 2 supercharging problem. Now, if only I had my CCS adapter, we could go right there and get 210 kilowatts, which is the maximum this can do on CCS at 500 amps. It could do more if the charger could push more than 500 amps. So yeah, sweet. Either way, we'll juice up here, and the car wants it to be our last stop. I think I'm gonna throw out some trash. Holy smokes, what the heck? Oh my gosh. And and then I think we actually just go until we taper off 150 kilowatts, blast to Evanston, and we're off.
Sounds good. While Kyle walks in the rain, I get to sit in comfort, and we are doing 147 kilowatt, 15 minutes remaining, and then we are going to Evanston. And oh, now it says we'll get there before they close, so that's good. We knock off another 10 minutes, and oh, yeah, right as they close, knock off 10 minutes and stuff, and I think we're good, and then should be headed home, hopefully. If all goes well, at least.
While the Tesla's charging, that's the hibachi place, and I'm getting some Deja Brew, a little coffee to keep this trip going. Tijmen, things are looking up.
Back down.
9:01. No. But it just showed 9 p.m. So we need 19% more in order to make it to Evanston, which we're doing 147 kilowatts right now.
Yep.
Okay. So it should hold that to about 55% in this car.
Let's hope.
And that should get us right to where we need to leave to get to Evanston. And then, you know, we just want to maximize the time we're pulling full power.
Right.
And Evanston's literally off the highway at a little Hampton Inn. Just whoop, just like that. Perfect. So we're just going to get there dead, 150 kilowatts, until we get just enough to get to Performance Ford Lincoln Bountiful.
Just name it Beautiful.
Yeah, just name it Beautiful. So, big problem. This Model Y just plugged in, so now we're splitting, but all the other cars are spaced perfectly, so we have to share power no matter what. So now we'll be down to 72 kilowatts because the Model Y plugged in next to us at 9%. And I don't want to be like that guy where it's like, hey, can you move your car because we're in a rush and you don't matter? So, yeah, we're not going to do that. Oh boy, down to 74 kilowatts now, Tijmen. God damn it.
It's going to be close.
Who's road tripping EVs through Wyoming?
Yeah, honestly, get out of here.
Yeah, anyway, as soon as the next car pulls out, hopefully one of the two on the end will switch over there. We only need another...
This guy might be leaving?
Oh. Is he leaving? That would be great if he is, because these people just plugged in.
Yep, he's unplugging.
Oh, great. Okay, we'll move one to the left. I will plug in. Okay, well, that Model S left right at the perfect time.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, it is raining out here. And we are plugged in, and we are supercharging. It's going to ramp up back to 150 kilowatts. Only another 10% Tijmen, and then we're out. Whew. Right at 53% state of charge, we are tapering 142 kilowatts. So Tijmen, it's only 98 miles to go. We are good. Let's roll.
Let's send it.
Yep, even with the weather, I'm not worried. Full send. We are here for total trip optimization. Let's go. And you join us at stop number 3 after literally a torrential downpour the whole way. Cool Cybertruck over here towing a camper. It's the Forest River Vibe. Sick. We got no time to talk to people though. We got to roll. So we're charging, we're ramping. We have our own cabinet, over 100 kilowatts. We need to charge just enough to make it 84 miles to beautiful Performance Ford Lincoln Bountiful. All right, we are going to charge up just enough to make it, Tijmen.
And hope they have a charger there.
And hope they have a charger there. So we just a couple more percent.
Let's go.
I'll go put in a tiny bit of buffer because we technically, just so the viewers can see where the heck we're going, there's no supercharger between here and there. I can put on all the chargers, nothing. And we've got to go all the way down here.
But I thought infrastructure was so good.
Infrastructure's getting better, but I don't have my CCS adapter.
Oh.
But there's plenty, well, there's plenty of level 2 stations all around. So worst case, we throw it on here for dinner and we're good.
Yeah.
And our buddy Shane will be there with his Lucid.
Tow us around a bit.
He can tow charge me. Although I have a Lucid I'm getting on test that will have the bidirectional charging thing. So I could charge another car from the Lucid.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm going to run the Cybertruck dead and charge it off the Lucid.
20 years later, it's finally charged.
Yeah, wouldn't be very quick, I don't think. Anyway, all right, 0% arrival, 34%. We can leave anytime.
We just need to drop 7 minutes.
Well, we just saved a minute.
Oh. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, we're at 4% unplugging at some point. There we go.
Let's go into drive, launching
Into a tree.
Yeah. Run out of our way. Forward, is that it? Nope.
Unfortunately not.
Tijmen, we're here. The dealership closes at 9. We're here at 8:51.
Yep.
We have 8% remaining. I don't know why the Tesla, because we boogied.
Yeah, we were moving pretty good.
I don't know why the Tesla was so conservative on that. I was looking at the numbers and I'm like, I don't know what the elevation is, but I think we go down into the valley, and we did, and we had good efficiency. So, ooh, nice R1S launch edition, cool. So we're here. We're gonna go check out the car. The most important things: yes, we're late. Yes, we're in a rush. Yes, they probably want to sell the car. I want to make sure it's the right car before we agree to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to be stuck with a lemon or paint missing.
And I see our buddy Shane's Lucid. So, right over there on the left. So they're checking out the car already.
All right.
So we're going to look at the car. We're going to do all that stuff.
There it is.
There it is. Cool.
Definitely the assistant taking the
Yeah,
job.
Ray left. Our dude left. He's like, I'm not waiting around. So anyway, we're going to check the car, make sure the dealership doesn't pull any fast ones, look at the condition, and then, only then, sign the paperwork.
Yep.
So here's the car. We're going to do a whole visual inspection on it. Shane and I are going to do some thermal testing. We noticed like a weird AC, not making a great noise situation. So we're going to do, it says there's low coolant in the car, which kind of has me slightly worried. And it only made a noise when the AC compressor was spinning down. So before Tijmen does anything, we're going to make sure that the HVAC performance test passes. And I just love that Tesla gives everyone sort of this ability to check the car as a user. So it's going to run full cold and then full heat. And while it's running this test, we can go around and see some things like this isn't a scratch, this is just a shadow. Really not great to buy a car at nighttime. So before we do anything, I can see some scratching on the front bumper. This is probably the worst of the whole car. There's a pretty sizable dent in the front bumper that it was not disclosed to us, at least. So that has me slightly concerned. And, the wheels definitely curbed up all around. Hear that noise? Ooh. AC compressor sounds pretty bad. And I'm not sure what is up with that. It doesn't sound bad when it's running. It's only when it shuts down. Now, thankfully, a lot of these parts are very easy to be fixed. Tesla has a great service center in Colorado, and they don't charge a lot of money, but these are the things you have to check when you're getting into a car and really just get a vibe on, was it cared for well? The biggest thing that I'm noticing is it's on the OE tire. It's on the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S or Super Sports, but we're on the OE Michelin tire, and that tells me one of two things. Either they just never drove it hard and it's on the OE tire, which is great, or they replaced it with the OE tire, which means, okay, they probably went out of their way to maintain this car pretty well. So what did it say about the test?
Said it was good.
Okay, so now we'll test thermal performance. I've already opened up the gateway. This tests the vehicle thermal performance, including powertrain and cabin. Cool. So it's the same routine used by Tesla in the manufacturing environment to certify thermal system is performing to specification. Cool. That noise of the AC compressor could just be that the coolant is slightly underfilled. And you can see now the fans are running full send, going maximum cooling, maximum heating for the powertrain and the cabin now. So doing a really deep thermal test. As far as we can tell, the only other error for the car was for the charge port, but the charge port seems to be working fine. If I come over here, things are not looking good, are they?
Nope.
Coolant level was detected to be too low after the coolant pumps reached target speed. Check coolant level. And I think this needs to get sorted before Tijmen takes the car.
Probably.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, okay, this is certainly an issue and we need the car to be running properly. Other than that, though, so we have the cosmetic issue of the dent in the front couple little scrapes. I mean, it's a used car from 2018, so we're not expecting perfection. They were terrible at parking. Whoever owned this car beforehand curbed up every single wheel. But other than that, the car looks pretty clean. I mean, I'm not feeling any paint lines where they would have masked off to paint the car. You know, it feels, you know, typical Tesla quality. We're not looking for millimeter perfection on build perfection here, but it's interesting. The car was in Arizona, so it was a, you know, Southern owned car. The bumper is not, that's really the biggest issue right there. So visually, the car gives me a pass. No cracked glass, everything is good. It's just the wheels that are all curved up. That's fine. We'll probably put some Martian wheels on this thing anyway. I can see the rear spoiler is delaminating a little bit. That's fine. They all do that. My 2019 is also having this same peeling issue here. They just all do that with age, so that's not unusual, I would say. What is unusual is this low coolant issue. That's one that I just was not expecting to see. And it's a good thing that we cycled the compressor to start looking into this. And of course, a huge thanks to Tesla's service mode for allowing us to find some of these issues. So basically, I'm gonna see if we can find a way to fill the coolant and maybe even call some of my friends to see if this is a huge issue or not. And then we can guide Tijmen whether or not it makes sense to proceed. It is still a great deal, something we need to keep in mind. This is a really nice car at the right number, assuming everything else is good. The bumper was a surprise. The coolant was a surprise. You're always going to find surprises when you look at used cars, but the bumper doesn't bother me as much. The coolant does. I say we want to make sure it's not leaking from anywhere. We don't want to be chasing problems after he takes delivery. So Tijmen is coming out. There is an issue.
There's also an issue inside.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't want to honor the 4K off.
What?
Yes. He's
What?
talking to some other manager now. But
We
the
can-
current manager says he doesn't want to honor the $4,000.
Why?
It's a security thing, or like.
Don't tell us to come here and not
Yeah.
honor the 4K. Well, that's a bigger issue.
That's what I said too.
Yeah. Okay. So that's insane.
Yeah.
If that's the case, that's insane.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we have it in writing and everything. We talked to our dude Ray.
I mean, it'd be fucked up if they didn't honor it.
Totally. The main issue is it's slightly low on coolant.
Okay.
We don't know why.
Okay. Well, it's gonna blow up.
Well, the thermal systems of this don't really bother me. I'm not worried about it. The battery's healthy. Everything's good as far as we can tell. Showing correct mileage. Degradation seems low at first glance, but we haven't done a test.
Right.
So it seems solid. We definitely want to just take it around the block. I'm sure the upper control arms are squeaking.
Yeah.
But the main issue right now is that 4K. Because we're going right back to Colorado if that's the case.
I mean, yeah, it's not worth it.
And it'll be a great video for Performance Ford Lincoln.
Yeah, exactly.
What the heck? Okay, that's insane. They're already giving you the runaround on that.
Yep. And
Dude.
I'm going to try and get the $500 off for the...
Yeah. I mean, just take the stupid protection stuff off.
Yeah, then I'd be happy with that, and the 4K off. I'd sign paperwork.
Yeah, I agree. The thermal system's the worst case it is a
It's
compressor,
under
which
warranty
really isn't a
still,
big
right?
deal. No, just the battery and motors,
Oh.
not the rest of the car. It's a 2018. So it's 40 or 50,000 mile.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out.
We'll
here
find
shortly.
out. Yeah, we're definitely not here to push the deal.
Nope.
So we've had some back and forth negotiations. The dealer's taking $500 off for the bumper. There's some weird tax credit website being down thing, but they're somewhat working with us. I guided Tijmen. I'm like, hey, we're not in a rush. Just, let's just head back. You can always fly back out if you want the car. He really wants the car. We're not talking about a huge amount of money here. We're talking, $20,000 for a Model 3 Performance, but that's still a lot of money for a lot of people. And to be honest, for Tijmen as well. So I just want to make sure he's not going to get screwed. Just to double check on everything, I am going to take it for a little drive. Always drive a car before you buy it. So Shane and I are going to go just up and down the road, make sure it's good. I already know this tire's a bit low. There might be a slow leak. Wheels and tires I'm not concerned about, but I'm just noticing scuffs and stuff. Like here on the mirror, there's some scuffs. Here down the side of the car, that mud flap or that little lip has been lifted. There's some scratching down here. And, for 38,000 miles, the car's in pretty poor cosmetic condition. For the year, it would make sense if this had 100,000 miles on it. Yeah, it would add up, but something's not adding up with the mileage and the wear and tear. So I just want to drive it, and really dig into how it performs. All right, guys, let's go for a little drive and just see how it feels. Into drive. Also just going to check some of the moving items as well. Steering rack still working great. Awesome to see. I mean, the thing with the Model 3 that at least makes me feel comfortable with these cars in general is it's just a very known platform. Any issue that could have happened someone has experienced it somewhere in the world, and there's a known fix. Instantly, I can already tell you I'm not hearing any control arm squeak, which is a surprise. Oh no, I just heard a little bit there. That's to be expected. We already have priced into upper control arms for Tijmen's budget here, and it's just a thing that all early 3s have squeaky upper control arms. So that was known going into it, but power feels great, brakes feel great. This thing is fast, holy smokes. Yeah. So that all feels good. I mean, in general, just the quick thing, I can just hear the upper control arms a little bit. They're just starting to squeak. Again, no concerns there. Of course, we have a low tire in the front right, so I think we'll give Tijmen the portable air compressor at every supercharging stop. He can juice that up. That doesn't actually really bother me very much. Just gonna head out on the street here. They said it's okay if we drive around without a plate just for around the block, and try and get it up to 40, 50 miles an hour, something like that. Nothing crazy, but just felt a little clunk there, but could have just been an anomaly. Just see how it does. Definitely needs an alignment. Pulls to the right. Autopilot seems to engage. That was just cruise control there. Good regen. Oh, there's something odd going on up there.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely gonna try that again. Let's just pull over here, come on the brakes, same situation, and then throttle. I think it's like just maybe sticky caliper.
Yeah.
Maybe just it's definitely brakes are a little sticky, but I feel like that's Isn't that something? I think
those are new sounds to me.
It almost feels like the brake booster isn't mounted properly. And there's like a shifting going on up front when it comes under load.
That's interesting.
Yeah, gosh, I don't know. I feel like, of course, with any of these Model 3s, we're going to find issues, but I'm just feeling like we're piling up on stuff that's not painting a great picture here.
Yeah.
And certainly want to make Tijmen aware of all of these items. The alignment being off, the scuffs, and the wheel curbs for 38,000 miles is slightly concerning. I'm just going to enable autopilot here really quick. So car must be in park. Auto steer. Yeah, it's definitely like brake booster isn't properly positioned. I think I'm going to advise Tijmen to pass on this car.
I think so.
Too many things that are not, because let's just do a full braking test really quick. We just come up here and it's got the braking performance, but then the clunk. Yeah, could be something as simple as a bolt, but why? I mean, even my 150,000 mile Model 3 that's probably been driven harder than about anything else doesn't have that feeling. Alignment's off, everything's scuffed. Degradation seems maybe 10-12% best as we can gauge it. That's within the realm of normal, but they probably just kept it high and it was Arizona, hot environment. I don't know, coolant's low, dent. I think I'm going to advise Tijmen to walk away. So yeah, let's have an upfront conversation with them about all this. I'm going to film this part. Tijmen, we're going through the process of purchasing it. Right. There's a few things I want you to be aware of, and I want you to make the decision. Of course, I think there's a few pros to the car, which is, the interior seems very well kept. Seems really nice. There actually doesn't seem to be really any rattles. The upper control arms don't squeak that loud, which is great. It has all the power in the world. The motors feel healthy. The braking system is strong when you stand on it. It feels slightly out of alignment, but again, this tire's low by half. So, alignment, wheels, tires, you got to do that for any car.
Right.
So that doesn't scare me so much. What scares me is, okay, car's low mileage, but seemingly 9% degradation, something like that. Could be the BMS isn't calibrated. We don't know. It's not, nothing about the battery health seems abnormal. That's just what you're going to get with a, 6-year-old EV or whatever. It's not new. So, that's one thing I want you to be aware of. It shows 220 miles at 83%. It should show like 250, 260 around that same percentage if it was brand new, which of course batteries degrade, and it's an Arizona car and hot weather cars degrade faster. This dent, of course, doesn't bother me. The radar still works, which actually that's where the radar is. And it's so that's good. Not that you really need it, but that's good. There's some scuffs around the car that paint a picture of like, oh, what kind of happened? So of course, all the wheels being scratched up, that's not great. You've got a scuff here on the mirror. This, panel down here, which is very common for Model 3s to have issues. That's, one parking lot. But I'm also noticing like even the little flap in the rear is missing there. Just like on my car. This is actually better than my car, but with a third or a quarter of the miles. So something to be mindful of.
Some chips in the rear bumper from
this is normal. My Model S is starting to do it.
happens.
This
is like chips from
Yeah.
throwing shit in.
Yeah, things getting in and out. Like I mentioned, you're not going to find a perfect car in this price category. But the main issues really are the coolant, I think, is how did that get low? And what are we going to find when we start pulling panels?
Right.
And that's a big mystery. And the second issue is something with the brake. There's a clunk when the brake booster is activated. So when you lift off the brakes, it's almost like the brake booster isn't bolted completely down there. So the power feels good, the pedal feels good, but there's a clunk. And what would cause a clunk? Now the car is a clean history. We show no signs of it being painted, but again, this is the worst lighting to buy a car.
Right, yeah,
This is the worst lighting. It's the only thing that could be worse if it was wet and it was raining out. So, we could ask to pull it in the detail bay, but we've already seen scuffs and scratches. We know it's not going to be perfect.
Right.
And this side looks a lot better than the passenger side. With all of that said, everything's fixable.
Right.
It's just how much effort do you want to put into it? And what else are you going to find for the money? That's a decision you have to make. If you find another car, it might be cleaner, but it might have twice the miles.
Yeah, exactly. And I've thrown hours of labor into my GX that I'm not afraid to take this apart. I've done all the mods on your car, not maybe installed properly, but they're done.
The Model 3 better than almost anyone. You've had that car torn apart and put back together.
Right, and my buddy has a lift too, to where I can just throw it up, diagnose everything that's wrong with it. If there's a little leak, just figure it out. And
some JB Weld never hurt anyone.
Exactly. I'm glad. If they hadn't done the $500 off for the front bumper, I would have walked away.
Yeah.
Not that I'm going to fix the bumper, but that's not their concern.
Sure. You're just going to leave it? That's fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
At least for now, it's a daily is what it is.
Yeah. And I just think, the tire's low. There's just, with any used car.
All completely fixed, it will do some track stuff once it's like
dialed in. Yeah.
But for now, it's just going to be a daily.
Okay. So, as long as you're aware of those items, I don't think we found anything other than those. There's a lot that show maybe it was just a careless driver. Just someone who sucked at driving owned the car. That's what it's pointing me to. So then, okay. Enjoy the rest of your paperwork.
I won't.
And, okay, congratulations if it all goes through. But I just wanted you to be aware.
Thank you.
We're using Shane's Lucid approved out of this thing, the tire pressure inflator, which is awesome. So hell yeah, Lucid saves Tesla. That's awesome. And we're just gonna need to basically, I think I have one in the Model S. I'm gonna keep that in Tijmen's car so he can make it home. Just an update on all the things. What I've guided Tijmen on is everything here in and of itself. Probably none of these issues are worth walking away from the car, except when you add them all up, then it kind of becomes a problem. And the thing that to me feels the least comfortable from the outside looking in is this Tijmen trusting the dealer on the used EV tax credit. I really try to tell him, be like, dude, let's just walk away. And he's like, okay, well, He's going to go through it. We're going to trust the dealer and really hope they don't screw him over. He's signing 2 contracts, which one is that he's approved through the IRS for the $4,000 credit, which he should be. And the second one is he's not approved. And then he'll have to claim the credit on his own. Now the car, you can only claim it once per VIN. This is a 1-owner car, so we don't have to worry about that. It hasn't been claimed. But yeah, just leaves me with a bad feeling. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you have walked away, or would you be like Tijmen and push forward? I get the instant gratification. The prize is here. I've been there so many times, but I've also been burned so many times to the point where I'm okay walking away from a car deal. And maybe this will work out perfectly for Tijmen. Maybe he'll have to work with the sponsor of this video, Amber. Regardless of the condition of the car when we showed up and a few of the issues, we do have to give props to these guys for staying open late for Tijmen. It is currently 10:22 p.m. I've never seen a dealership stay open that late. They stay open until 9 usually, already very late, and they're already here making a deal. Obviously, they want to sell cars. That's what they're in business to do, and they were ready to make a last-minute game time decision to get Tijmen in the car. It was enough for him, the $500 discount on top of the already $1,000 they were taking off. And well, props to these guys honestly for staying open. We rushed to get here. They waited, they made it happen, and obviously they have no ill intentions. I'm sure they're in the business of selling cars, and they're not Tesla experts. So that is always something where when you're buying a used car, it's always good to have someone who understands the product with you, so we can find some of these faults rather than them being surprises down the road. That's not to say we aren't going to find more issues with the car in the near future, but I think we have a pretty good understanding of what we're getting Tijmen into here with this one, and he is okay with it. We presented everything to him up front, and you know, that's it's not like the dealership tried to stop us from looking at the car. They handed us the keys. I got to drive it. They were super open, so props to these guys for all of that. Tijmen, congratulations.
New car, finally.
Holy smokes, dude.
Who would have thought I would buy an electric car?
I mean, you've been hating on electric cars. You've perfected hating on electric cars.
Obviously.
And now you got yourself an electric car.
Yep.
Everyone comes around.
Yep, at some point or another.
So you're going through the process of adding it to your account now?
Yep, I have to connect it to the internet, change the name, and then it will find it, and then hopefully it works.
Oh, wow. If it doesn't need like a manual approval, then that's amazing. Because a couple of years ago, it used to take days to get the car added.
It did say 3 to 5 days, so it might take 3 to 5 days to get home.
That means you're going to hit every hotel with level 2 charging.
Yep, and get home at 8 p.m. tomorrow.
Good luck. I'm going home. Yep. So yeah, I'll help you. Actually, Tijmen, you have aftermarket Tesla.
I'm taking that off.
Puddle lights. So maybe our theory of an old lady owning it is wrong. You also have a wrapped handle here and a black Tesla badge up here. Holy smokes, mods. All right, Tijmen, it's all you, baby. Freaking Tesla owner. So did you get it added to your account?
I'm working on it. I need the photo of temporary registration.
Oh, need the temporary reg plate. So you've changed the name in the car to a pre-specified one.
Yep.
And, well, this is going to be interesting. You have not driven it yet.
Nope.
I drove it.
And if you say it's fine, it's fine.
I mean, I said I felt some... I didn't say it was fine. I said there was a break in the stickiness, I would say. But it felt fast. Drivetrain felt good. Everything else can be replaced.
Exactly.
So, I mean, it is a bit of a gamble. Anytime you buy a car, of course, cars are going to break. It's not like cars fix themselves the more you drive them. We've already topped up the tire. So, fingers crossed, folks.
You did fill up the tire?
Yep. I think I'd like to join you for your first drive of your new car.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. And then we'll go to the supercharger because my car's at single-digit %. They did let us plug it into the charger just enough to make it to the supercharger, which was super nice. I mean, the guys were cool. They stayed super late. Dude, it's 11 p.m. Yeah. But they obviously didn't put a fine-tooth comb over the car.
No. Amber.
That's right. I already did the shout out to Amber. We're going to get them to cover this car for sure. I'm trying to buckle it. First thing you got to do is pull out on the road and launch it, Tijmen. You got yourself a over 400 horsepower sleeper right here.
just got a stop sign.
Yeah, stop sign, and we're not going to go above the speed limit, though, so you can go to 30 real quick.
Yeah, should I race the Highland?
Oh, yeah, there's a Highland Model 3. And 30. Oh, no. What? Tire pressure monitoring fault. Feels good.
Still. Are you fucking kidding me?
You cannot make that up. I launched it. I checked it. Stability control disabled. Traction control disabled. How does it feel to own a car?
That doesn't work?
Uh,
Oh, flashing's gone.
yeah. What the heck? Okay, warnings are gone. Maybe it just needs to think about life for a minute. Hey, we're good. You fixed it.
Holy cow. My heart's through the roof. First drive, just...
If that had happened during our test drive, I would have told you not to get the car.
Well, I bought it, so...
So now we're in.
Yep.
Anything's fixable. And it's downloading the newest. It was on new software, so alignment's a little bit off, little stuff like that, but it's nothing major.
TSI thing just doesn't work.
It came back up.
I'm happy.
I am happy for you.
Thanks.
Yeah, you've got the Gen 1 cameras here.
Still nerve-wracking.
So many little things we can upgrade on this and get dialed in. It'll be a fun project, but I think it's a good, reliable car once we get it coolant topped up and some other little stuff.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I think
I made a good choice. It was a spur of the moment choice, but I think it's good.
Well, honestly, there's no way to know until we get to the future.
Yep.
But I went through all the service stuff. It was good. I don't know what happened during that full throttle, but...
Could have just lifted a tire, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Okay, so let's go to the supercharger, and we're going to go to... Because we have to go back, right? And so if we put in Denver, what is the path it wants us to take? Denver, Colorado. So, yep, same way we came. And it says Evanston. So there's no supercharger between here and Evanston, which means we have to go to the closest one. You got it in the app?
Yep.
No way!
That was quick.
What are you going to name it?
Turd right now. So it's fixed.
Okay.
Oh, that is such a relief. Even though it's going to be a long drive home.
But at least you can put your payment method in and you can supercharge.
Oh.
That was really fast.
Yeah.
It used to take days.
Photo of a temporary tag. I could just go walk up to someone else's brand new Model 3.
Well, you'd have to change the name in here.
Yeah, that's true. But
Tijmen will own all the Model 3s.
list of 50.
Okay, I think we need a celebratory supercharging session. And this is I want to take, well, this car, we just need to make sure it does charge. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to full charge it, let it calibrate while mine's charging.
250.
Yeah, we'll go, because I want to juice mine up, of course. So this is just like a couple blocks down. 300. Let's do that. Anyway, we'll deal with the rest, but...
Yeah, let me set up my phone key.
Yeah, you just hit that, and that's it. Tesla, man.
So easy. So much better than my car. I'll be driving in peace.
10 mpg to like 100 mpg equivalent.
I will be saving $150 a month on gas alone.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
I can't wait to do an update series on this. It's either going to turn out great or not so great.
Yeah, and if it turns out not so great, we're not going to post the videos and we're just going to flip it and profit.
Not the case. Well, there it is. He's got his new car. I Don't know why I feel nervous about it. Because it just threw every freaking error for stability control, like a wheel speed sensor was going out. But that's the thing. These cars are so simple that not any of these issues alone scare me. It's a really good deal on the car though. Maybe it'll work out in Tijmen's favor. I offered him the best guidance I could, which was just walk away. But he's got it, and I'm happy for him. It's his first big boy purchase. Tijmen's got a Tesla. My Model S sounds like it's falling apart. Oh my goodness. All right, off we go to the supercharger. We're there in 15 minutes. We'll get his car set up, get this one charged up. We have to go 30 minutes out of our way down and up just because I have to charge this car. But that is EV ownership lifestyle. We are now rolling into the supercharger. And I wonder if there's anything open. Any 24 hours? There's Sport Clips. I could always use a haircut. Jimmy John's, Bank of America. Yeah, I've been to the supercharger before. Man, my Model S is creaking badly up front. Gotta get that checked out. Yeah, that's right. Tijmen's going in the do not enter. Look at this guy. Who does he think he is? A new Model 3 performance owner? I'll come around the backside, which I don't even think I can come in this way, and see if I can come in properly. That's a weird entrance, isn't it? So, anyway, yeah, I'll just cruise around the parking lot. Let's hope his car supercharges, and we will be good to go. You know what? I'm not going to deal with this. It's almost midnight. I'll go in the do not enter. Sue me. All right, let's get this one charging and see how Tijmen's going. Is your car charging?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All good.
Little weird noises, but
Little clunks and stuff.
yeah, the brake thing seems less dramatic than how you explained it.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah, it's just, it might just be a loose bolt. A little
Yeah,
bit.
loose bolt. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. What other noises are you hearing?
Just a little fart noisy type thing going into reverse.
Huh. Half shafts. They tick sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Okay. I mean, you're going to find some issues here or there, but yeah, it looks pretty good. And
the only thing that's really an eyesore, that can get cleaned. It's obviously got dirt on the side skirt.
yeah, that's PPF under there.
The
That
only
can
thing
go.
that's really an eyesore is the dent in the front bumper.
Yeah, dude, that looks worse in this light.
Yeah.
But Drew says he has a brand new bumper for you.
Sweet.
So we'll just get some white spray paint and we're good to roll.
Yep.
So I think we should full charge it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I also tried to take that sticker off. No, happening.
Colton.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we'll full charge it, calibrate the BMS, and I mean, either way, dude, what a deal.
Yeah.
For a freaking 450 horsepower, whatever,
It's well worth the money.
21 grand.
Yeah, even, so let's say I don't get the $4,000, I'm still getting the Excel thing because I definitely qualify for that.
Yeah.
So it's still 21 grand for this.
Yeah. But imagine if it's 17.
Yeah, that'd be even better.
Yeah. Then it's okay, then you can put some money into it.
Right.
Yeah. But hey, that's freaking awesome. Congratulations. Look great going down the road. Nothing hanging down
Autopilot
underneath.
Works.
Oh, good.
Great.
So just basic autopilot. That's all you need. Yeah, allegedly. Great. Yeah, looks good. So
does this have wrap on it?
There we go. Yes.
I thought maybe just one side has.
Yeah. But no, the interior is mint.
Yeah, it's flawless.
Yeah, really nice in here.
I need to change some settings.
Yeah, dude, and 62 kilowatts at 77%. That's like what my car does. We'll juice it to 100. Battery temperature low, so it's warming up. It did precondition over here, Tijmen said. And yeah, we got to download the newest update, but it's just one behind. Did we check the glove box?
I've not looked in the glove box.
Me either. I wonder if it's got the... Oh, it's not broken like mine. Comes with a user manual, screen cleaning cloth.
Give me that sweatshirt. It's mine now.
We've got some...
front plate now.
Yeah, maybe that's what these screws are for. Well, always good to have spare parts. Nice.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Congratulations.
Thank
It really
you.
did look good going down the road.
Good. Just needs to be lowered.
Oh, boy. Let's fix it before you modify it.
Yeah, for sure.
The charging screen's happy.
Me too.
Who would have ever thought you would have been happy charging a car?
Well, I'm not saying I'm happy about charging.
Okay.
I'm happy about the car.
Yeah, yeah.
But I honestly, might do like a long road trip once or twice a year, so it really didn't bother me.
Yeah, you'll charge it home most of the time. But it's matching the same charging performance as my Model 3, so that's good. Yeah, seems good. So, Tijmen, you just went through and set up all the settings. You've named the car Turd.
Yep.
And, man, this supercharger's pretty busy for freaking midnight.
Yeah.
So we're going to drive back through the middle of the night through Wyoming.
Yep, and
Back
probably
to
deep
Denver.
charge somewhere to take a nap.
Yeah, a little deep charge, never hurt anyone.
Yep.
And I think what we should do, though, is we should just let this complete at 100%. Let it calibrate, just lock in up there. Definitely is not going to get up to the 310 miles total range, but...
Never was expecting that anyways.
Yeah, and I think Tesla actually did change some of their EPA calculations because it got stricter since this car came out. And I think that may play into it. Certainly, I know mine took a dive recently, but it doesn't seem too far off what my car charges to. And this is slightly older, a lot less miles, but again, hot weather environment probably wasn't easy on the battery. And
yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm just happy that I will be able to do $25 for 220 miles instead of $65. So I'm stoked.
And if you charge it at home, it's only going to be a few dollars for 200 miles.
I just need my apartment complex to
put in charging.
Yeah.
But at least you live right down the street, literally right down the street from the supercharger.
Yeah, so I'll be fine.
You'll be just fine. You know how to work these things.
Yeah.
You've driven across the country in electric cars more than once.
Yep.
So, hell yeah, brother. You might need a couple hours of just dialing it in, little spit and shine.
Yep.
But no cracked glass. I mean, it feels good. Was it loud on the highway, or is it quieter than my car?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh well.
Oh, well.
Definitely quieter than your car, for sure.
Yeah.
Your car's beat.
Yeah, our car. I don't have any, like, sound.
This might be
deadening in it.
beat, too, but it's nicer. Less beat.
Oh, way less beat than beak. Well, I'm just thrilled. So let's let it complete at 100%, see how many miles it shows, and then road trip.
Woohoo!
So, Tijmen, we are not going to wait for it to calculate because it could take an hour for it to complete.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
I'd rather get home.
It's at 98% or whatever, and Teslas always do this really long top balance. Do it when you get home. It's getting windy, but that's going to be a tailwind.
That's what I love to hear.
Let's go. Well, now we start the trek back, 80% charged in this one. We're going to go to the supercharger in Evanston, and that's where we'll meet. So let's roll. We've got, I'll get there at 42%. Tijmen will get there at 55%, but it's quite the stretch after that. So we're like, all right, let's just get the heck out of here. Car's all set up. We just want to go home. We'll be home at very early in the morning. Let's go. Supercharging stop number 1 on the way home, and I think Tijmen was significantly more efficient. Of course, I was pushing the air out of the way with this one, but when we checked, I was at 400 watt-hour per mile. We're gaining a lot of elevation, and he was at 350. So how was the efficiency on that run?
372.
372. Okay, let me check my car and see what the heck I was at. Now, of course, I'm not on stock wheels, and I've got very sticky, very wide rubber. But we are charging, and we're ramping up. And if I go here to trips since last charge, 416. So yeah, definitely Tijmen's car seems to be in line with where it needs to be from an efficiency standpoint. Let's check in to see how it's driving for him. Autopilot's working?
Yeah, I haven't really used it. I'm trying to stay awake.
Yeah, of course, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah, let's see. What time does it say I'll get home?
Mine says like 8 a.m.
Yeah, so I'll be like 9 a.m. Woohoo.
Yeah. So we only need to be here for a quick top up.
Let's see, Denver restaurant.
Because you're at, now you're doing 130 kilowatts at 51%. Seems about right.
Seems pretty good.
Yep.
2 a.m. Even though it says I'm charging in Laramie at 5 a.m.
Yeah, it'll load. There
Yeah,
you go, 9 a.m.
God.
But it looks good on the road. All the headlights are like not shaking around. Everything's nice. So yeah, sweet. Anyway, we'll just hop superchargers, boom, 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 through Wyoming, through the middle of the night. Just sit at max speed on autopilot, basically. Tijmen's car shows a 9% arrival to Rock Springs. Let's run this thing down. Sounds good. All right. I should hopefully be okay. Let's double check that I can make it to Rock Springs. He's unplugged, so don't want to unplug until I'm sure I can make it. Evanston, Rock Springs, 10%. Great. Let's go. Off we go then. His fans are kicking on that thing. Charged to 50%, just a tiny little top up. Literally 3 minutes, and we're off. And we have arrived to stop number 2, Rock Springs. On the way back. How's it going? I'm going to take a nap. Yeah, so your AC compressor definitely makes some noise. I think once you fill it up with coolant, that'll be fine. Yeah. It's no warnings or anything, right?
No, just tire light.
Oh, well, that's normal. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, are you pleased now that you've got some miles on it? A couple hundred under your belt?
I'll be more pleased tomorrow after I get some sleep.
I will say, like, I can see your car in the app now. We're using roughly the same percentage, and you have a much smaller battery. But you're also, like, I'm pushing all the air out of the way. Yeah. But I'm actually kind of impressed with this one. Yeah, so I'm excited to see, you know, on a 250 kilowatt supercharger, which you won't even hit this trip, how it does. We'll do some charge testing, definitely a degradation test coming up. Yeah. We'll do a battery health test, see how it is.
Yeah, need like a week of recovery of sleep.
Yeah, I don't have that luxury.
Yeah. I mean, me neither. I got a dog to take care of. So.
That's right, you got a dog, and I gotta go film YouTube videos. I'm going to take a nap.
Here's my first clip of my new Model 3. I'm loving it so far. It's been great. It's been super comfortable compared to my Lexus. I jumped in front of Kyle, who's somewhere behind me, because I'm going to stop and charge extra because he's going straight home, but I have to go farther south by an hour. So I'm just going to stop, charge, maybe grab some coffee, and then I'm going to go stop at the house, grab some stuff from my other car that's at Kyle's, and then I will be heading home.
And you can tell I have made it back, and the Utah trip, just under 1,000 miles, 366 watt-hour per mile, and we are good. Shout out to Red Bull for helping me get through that drive. One thing that was interesting was, since I was leading the way on the way back through Wyoming, Tijmen put autopilot on the closest distance behind this car, and I was pushing all the air out of the way. So what was funny is we'd leave a supercharger at the exact same percentage, 70%, and we'd both arrive at the exact same percentage. And keep in mind, his battery is smaller, so he was much more efficient as I was just blasting the wind out of the way for him. And actually made the trip work out pretty well. The cars were fairly comparable as long as he was following me and I was the arrow, basically creating that slipstream. So cool, I'll let Tijmen finish up this video, but fun trip, happy for him. The car seems to be working out great, and curious to see what you guys think in the comments.
All right, Tijmen made it to my house.
Yeah, a couple days later now, I've done about a total of 1,000 miles since getting it. Jeez. And it's been great so far, honestly. I have no complaints. It makes a couple weird noises, still have to top up the coolant, which I'm doing this weekend. But other than that, everything seems good. The weird noises are slowly going away, it seems like, or I'm just getting used to it.
Every car you've owned has made weird noises.
Yeah, exactly. So. That's kind of just what I buy. Kind of buy cars that need to be worked on a bit. So
pre-loved.
Exactly. So I'm not too worried about it. The one thing I'm going to try, though, with the front bumper dent is do some boiling water with the bumper off and try and pop it out so it doesn't look as bad. But other than that, I'm going to definitely get it tinted. It is super hot in the car, so I'm gonna do that ASAP, and then get the wheels probably refinished, maybe a little lighter silver. I don't know yet. We'll see.
Nice.
We'll see what Drew has in store for me too.
Just go full white on white on white.
I can't do that. I don't get too dirty. I don't clean my cars at all.
So you've had it now for a few days, yep. And so now you know all the issues with it, because I know you guys found some issues with it when you bought it.
Yeah. So all the issues that were there when we bought it are there.
But have you found anything new? Okay,
nothing
no.
New.
Okay, good.
There's some like imperfections, like the dash, whatever the piece in the trunk is by the glass is a little bit broken. But other than that, it's just needs a good clean, honestly.
it's a Model 3 Performance for not much money. That's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
impressive.
I still think I got a really good deal.
Yeah, no
And-
buyer's remorse.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Not at all. I think about it sometimes, but I'm still very happy with my decision.
You're like, what have I done? Then you go driving. You're like, oh yeah, this
Yeah.
is way faster than
Yeah,
my
this
Lexus.
is so nice. I mean, I've done like 500 miles in the last 3 days,
Yep.
just for work alone, and it's been wonderful. I haven't spent more than $60 on gas, so
Right. That's
and I
awesome.
would have spent like $200 already with my Lexus, so it's been great.
And then I guess people might ask, what's your home charging situation? I don't know if you explained that yet.
Right now, it's a 12 volt.
Nice.
So very slow. I've been asking my apartment complex to put in a 240 volt, but they just don't get back to me. I've gone to the office 3 times.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, we'll ask maintenance, and they don't ask maintenance.
So they'll never get to it. So 120 volt, that's fine though. I mean, that's like trickle charging, but
Yeah.
it's something.
Yeah, and across the street from my apartment is a level 2 charger too. I just need to get the adapter for it.
Nice, yeah.
And then I'll use that periodically, but also have a supercharger right across the street, so it's super easy.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Nice. Congrats.
Thank you.
We'll do more videos on this, I'm sure.
Yeah, we will. So thank you guys for watching another Out of Spec Reviews video.